On October 7th, there was a endless amount of miracles that happened that later were publicized, and certainly more and more are getting publicized. One of the stories that recently got publicized, there's a video of it, there's articles about it, is this secular guy, secular Israeli, who decided, you know what, I'm going to build a sukkah for the first time in his life. Doesn't really know so much about Torah, Mitzvot, everything else, but he knows it was Sukkot. I'm going to build a sukkah because he has a little kid, maybe he wants to show some tradition. And he's handy, so he took some wood and then he has to make the Sechach. So he had a tree, palm tree, but it wasn't like a big one. It's a little, tiny little thing. He said, I cut whatever was there. It's this bush, small thing, and I put it on top. He says, I don't know if it was the most kosher sukkah, but for us it was a first. But at 6 o'clock in the morning, when he's hearing gunshots and everything that's happening, and he realizes that what's happening, he tells his wife and daughter, we have to get out of here fast. Can't stay here. They're coming. They're in the neighborhood. As soon as they get out of the house, from the side of the house, they hear that the gunshots are coming closer, and the terrorists are coming. You have to hide. Where are you going to hide? That little bush that he cut off most of it was right next to them. He says, go hide next to the bush. Even though a tiny bush is even smaller now because there's no leaves anymore. There's no branches anymore. Hide over there. Hopefully, from across the street, they won't see us. There's dismay. Minutes later, the terrorists come. And he says the terrorists are standing right next to him. They're all laying down. They're on this tree that, literally, it's almost bare. And the guy is standing right next to them. He says, I'm looking at his shoes. Tell my wife, don't say anything, don't even breathe, nothing. If we say a single thing, he's going to look. But all the guy has to do is turn his head. That's it. And he sees them right there. He says, I don't know what happened. The guy was looking around, but it's like you can see through us. He says, I don't know how and who and what, all of the details. What I can tell you is, for the rest of my life, I'm going to celebrate Sukkot. Because just like David HaMelech says to HaShem, on that day of war, you're going to hide me in your sukkah. Once this guy took this tree, this creation in the world of HaShem, and made it into a sukkah, nature changed. Now you would think, yeah, if he hid in the sukkah, that kind of fits. Because, okay, they just didn't look in the sukkah. The sukkah was destroyed to nothing. Hashem wanted to make sure that this Jew knows it's not the sukkah, it's me. That tree, you just made the tree holy. Why? You used it for a mitzvah. Yeah, but there's no branches. Who says you need branches? Well, Hashem has to decide. Terrorist's not going to see you. Even if he looks right at you. Doesn't see you. And there's endless amount of stories like this.
מרבה תורה, מרבה חיים. ומי שפורש מתורה, חס ושלום נדבק במוות. זה פשוט.
So anyone that is looking for ways to better his situation, protect himself, protect his family from the horrific situation that's around us, terrorism and everything else, they must understand that the only way is to increase Torah. More Torah, more life.